Okay, this is lesson 6. This video is one of my favorite units in the Sweet Pipes Recorder book for adults. I'm Kenneth Sribnick and welcome to the Alto Recorder Lessons Project. If this is your first look into our world, you may want to look at the Prelude video to give you all the details. We're going to learn high A in this video. You just learned low A. Let's see the differences in our header at the top of page 20. This A is written as if we were adding an extra line above the 5-line music staff. You can see that extra bit of line going horizontally through the note. A line like that, either above or below the regular staff, is called a ledger line. In a bookkeeping office, ledger books keep orderly track of money. Our ledger lines keep orderly track of our notes as we wander above or below the music staff. This fingering chart is interesting. It looks almost the same as for low A, but look at that top hole representing your left thumb at the thumb hole. It's half black and half white, meaning half closed. Interesting. By closing that thumb hole about halfway, our flute, because of some laws of physics, starts to play the same note, but up high, an octave equal to 8 notes higher. We're going to where all musicians have gone before. To half close a thumb hole, you bend your thumb joint, or I might say curl your thumb, sliding your fingernail back and forth on the hole till you get a clean note, A. You should know that just about every recorder ever has its own little unique quirks about how much that half closing will produce a clean, clear note in this high register. Your thumb should approach the hole at its own comfortable angle, not that perfect top and bottom that's shown in the diagram. No contortions. A high A on an alto should sound like this. The low A was. Once you can produce a high A, and experiment till you get it, it's time to circle some of our drills and tune lines in your book. Circle all your drills, 97, 98, 99, 100, and 101. We need to drill till you get your note almost without thinking about it. This is a good point to remind you of the elements of the drill techniques that I've shown you before. Don't move on to a new line until you can hit all your notes perfectly and without hesitation. Try to get your high A clean, though it may take a little more time and practice. That thumb can be a little bit tricky. You'll get there. Breaking the ice for you, a few measures from 97. It's basically having you deal only with the thumb. The other fingers all stay the same for the high or the low A. '98 and 99 will require you to slow way down. They're a tad tricky, both for your fingers and for your eye. You're going to be alternating between your high A and all the other notes that you've learned. 98, you'll go from high A to low A, high A to B in the first half, high A to C and high A to D in the second half of that exercise. I guess I needed to practice more. 99 teaches you to go from your high A to the rest of your notes that are getting close to it, to E and F in the first half and to G, and then dropping down to low A at the end. Line 100 isn't just a drill. The line contains two things, an A minor arpeggio and an A minor scale. Again, an arpeggio contains the notes of a chord played individually. And the rest of the line is an A minor scale. At this point, I want to open the door just a crack on scales. Oversimplifying. A major scale sounds happy and a minor scale sounds sad. The third note up in the scale, that's the one that sets the happy or sad feeling. Major and minor scales make up most of our Western music. There are a few sad scales which you'll learn the technicals of in the future that are also generally called A minor scales. But there are only 3 of them, and they are small adjustments that composers have made over the history of music. They found a richness in the minor scales by altering them slightly. Turning to our tunes, take a look at Parsons' Farewell, number 110. I played it as the intro music to this lesson. In 1651, a man named John Playford published a book called The Dancing Master, with instructions how to dance and the playable music for English country dances. The book's still in print today. This is another melody you'll find playing in your mind tomorrow. There's nothing in the piece that you haven't learned. It shouldn't be played too fast, both for the dancers and for your navigating the 8th note passages. Play it with a lively manner to please your listeners. Like many dances, when it's played slowly, it sounds very stately. Among the duets in the back of the book is a trio, number 188, on page 42, written by King Henry VIII. That King Henry VIII. He was known to play a number of instruments and composed many works, including 2 masses. And this piece, Pastime with Good Company, is also known as the King's Ballad. And it was popular across Europe in the Renaissance. First, learn your part. It's labeled Unit 6. and then play along with the other two voices, which I've recorded, adjusting in the settings for a comfortable speed. Play gently and see if you can blend with the other two voices. Now, I have a little surprise for you. You've learned what's needed to play the melody to our old friend, Eddie Bio. I've recorded here the part that you were playing before. Learn the Unit 6 part here well, before attempting it as a duet. It helps a lot. Again, playing gently, not blowing as hard. It'll give you a sweeter sound. Here's Eddie Bio. Take your time, play slowly, and all of these tunes will be yours. As always, it's my joy to be your music teacher. A thumbs up says I've done okay. Please subscribe with notices to hear what's new. Play slow, play comfortably, and keep it fun.